because, well, first of all, Okie started the whole thing. He's like, hey, put in a word for me, fucking Bert Kreischer's at the, what, the Centrum is what
Yeah.
it used to be, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
DCU, do you even know what that stands for?
No.
Yeah, I didn't care to find out.
Credit union, something credit union maybe.
Yeah, probably. We slept out for U2 tickets. Like two nights.
What?
Yeah, like just
When you recently?
in February. No, when we were kids.
Oh
we were
yeah.
teenagers.
Yeah. I was like, I
Like
haven't
at the
slept out
Centrum.
for
I'm not.
tickets.
Yeah, it's always going to be the Centrum.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
change the name all
Exactly.
you want. I
Yeah.
slept out in February 2 nights, which
Yeah.
is kind of a lie because at some point when they saw that everyone was committed to staying in the freezing cold, they came and gave everyone wristbands to come back and
Yeah.
have your place in line. But you
Yeah.
had to come back the next day and then freeze your balls off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's gone. That's gone south. Nobody does that anymore. I remember sleeping out for tickets for numerous concerts.
But just for the goof, or do you really wanted the tickets that bad?
Well, that's what you had to do.
Who?
I don't know. You get in line.
No, but who did you?
I don't remember who it was for.
You don't remember who you
No.
slept?
I don't fucking know. You just slept out. That's what you did. And most of the time, it was just a party, and if you got the tickets, great. But
Yeah, it was. Mine was U2, and I don't think it was Okie.
I want to say Jethro Tull.
That was my first concert. Was Broadsword and the Beast
Yeah.
at the Centrum,
Yeah.
and I was probably 13 or something. Yeah, that was my first alone concert.
Yeah.
I went to see Chicago with my mother before that, and she was like chain smoking cigarettes, which you could do, and then complaining about people smoking pot in front of us.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Chain smoking at the Centrum?
Oh yeah, probably.
Really? That's funny.
I remember smoking in movie theaters, and they had a thing that said,
Smoking
"Remember,
on
no
planes."
smoking." We go, "Fuck you." Yeah, smoking on planes.
Smoking on planes. I mean, they had ashtrays for years, 40 years after it was banned.
Yeah, they still have the announcement.
Yeah, no smoking. Yeah, all right.
Well, now for a while, it actually made no sense. I had a bit about it on like 2009. Like, why are they still doing
Yeah.
this? Who doesn't know?
Yeah.
Like, that's like getting on a city bus and they go, remember, according to federal regulations, colored people can now sit wherever they like. I know, it's been fucking 40 years.
Right.
What the fuck?
Now it should be, and just remember, people, no molesting your seatmates, There's always somebody
now
sticking a
that there's
hand down there.
vaping and shit, now that people think, oh, this is not really
Yeah,
smoking, I can
yeah,
get away
there's
with
no
this.
smoke.
Which they probably are right.
Right.
But flying into fucking Worcester is we basically had a private jet because we booked first class and there was fucking the first class was so dilapidated. It was a American Eagle or whatever American small.
Open cockpit.
The fucking just the magazine rack is like all shredded and hanging in first class, but there was only 10 people on the entire plane.
Yeah.
6 of us in first class.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other 4 did that they couldn't.
Couldn't afford first class to Worcester.
They couldn't even get bumped
nice
up.
reception.
Fuck.
What?
Yep, that's my fucking lock of the week, motherfucker.
Oh, grabbed by the underwear.
Yep, failed again. Failed again, did you? It's time.
Yeah, and flying into Worcester, holy crap, it just feels weird. Like it's nice that you're right there.
Did you do it in the old days?
I think I've flown in there once.
I remember it. I got picked up by Stan Cohen and like those guys. They were just, oh fuck, there's another guy. Anyway, I remember they picked me up and I like we're cruising.
Yeah.
You just drive around and drink beers.
Yeah.
And it's the first time they played "Welcome to the Jungle" had just come out, and you gotta fucking hear this tune. Stan had like a Chrysler LeBaron, but it's like the first car that they talk to you. The door is ajar, kind of shit. And,
The Chrysler LeBaron.
yep.
What a classic.
Yeah, Stan Cohen was. I don't know if you knew
I
Stan.
don't think I knew him. I knew some Cohens. There's a whole bunch of Cohens.
Well, yeah, it's a.
Yeah.
I forget. Grafton was it Grafton Square by Doherty?
Newton Square.
Newton Square. They
Yeah.
have the menorah is in,
Yeah.
in the middle of the
Yeah.
rotary. I'm like, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, I guess this is a
It used to
primarily...
get torn down all the time
Really?
by all the drunks up on Newton Hill.
Wow, I didn't. I don't remember.
I'm told.
I don't remember racism that
Yeah.
much. Except, that's hugely when at Paxton Center School, when at first foreign language classes, you had your choice of Spanish or French. And we all took French because Puerto Ricans, they spoke Spanish, and Ricans was the good thing. But even worse was commie. That was the worst thing you could get called on the schoolyard. Was a
Right,
commie. So I know I took 3 years of French and failed too, and I've never been in a position where I wish I studied harder.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I never need French. But
Yeah, it turns out if you do your homework, you do a lot better. You know, it just doesn't absorb if you don't do it.
and use it.
Yeah,
Which it's like taxes every year. I have to figure out. Oh wait, how do I itemize shit? I don't do the taxes, but I
Yeah.
compare them. But it was every year we'd go to Costa Rica for a while, and I'd learn just enough Spanish.
yeah. El baño. ¿Dónde está el baño? Dos más
Lo
cerveza, por
siento.
favor.
Sorry is the
Sorry,
first word.
lo siento.
In any language.
Yeah.
How do I say sorry? Because I'm going to need that. But I learned just enough that by the time I go back the next year, I've forgotten all of it because
Right,
you don't need it.
right. And yeah, and if you learn how to say how much for the girl, that's usually one of the first sentences.
How much for your wife? You go to Mexico, and I've done Rocky Point once with our friend Joby, and I don't like Mexico. I've never once gone to Mexico and went, oh, this was a great idea. I've gone and just been just fully paranoid all the time.
I hadn't been there in 30 years, and when we got there, and one, we weren't killed, so we considered that a successful trip. And yeah, it's a little hairy going over, but it wasn't bad. But it was hot as balls.
It's like skiing. I found like if I learned to do this, the payoff would not balance out the pain in the ass, and I don't want to be out in the cold. Mexico's like that.
Yeah.
Okay, if it was like the perfect weather and
Yeah.
still the pain in the ass of driving 6.5 hours
Yeah.
there, and then fucking chiclets, and you can't go out in public without someone tugging on your fucking.
Yeah. Hey, you want to buy some chiclets? No, I don't. Yeah.
I used to have a friend named Don King that ran titty bars in Austin he was famous, local famous, like Patrick Swayze was in Roadhouse,
Right.
to titty bars, Don King, and he would just keep going back and forth between, oh no, we got him as the manager now, he's the king of titty bars, and I'd only go to a titty bar with him because he would set you in a booth, set you up, and tell girls don't bother you. That's...
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, no, you can go and fucking talk to them, but don't just make the
don't-
rounds.
yeah.
Chiclets,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
do that to them. I'll chuck you at 20 just because you're there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like.
To work your way through nursing school. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure. Just don't quit with the sales pitch.
Did it snow when you were back at all? No.
Fuck, no. If Cook's wasn't even iced over.
Yeah. You hadn't been to Cook's in 40 years, 30 years?
No. I went back fairly, every 4 or 5 years. I think it's been probably 7 years anyway since I was back last time.
I usually do a walkthrough. You know, I guess the city took it over, or
Cook's.
the reservoir department.
Yeah, it's called Smith's Pond Inc.
Yeah.
is on all the signs.
Yeah.
Smith's Pond, I know that was legally somebody's
Yeah.
name, but
Yeah,
it's Cook's.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about taking a canoe over to that island because it's not even fully frozen over.
Yeah,
And then just homesteading it.
yeah.
Just set up like just a book with the piggy, the kids on it.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Doug Stanhope struggles for very basic literary references. Yeah, I want to say
What
Bay
the hell
of
was the name
Pigs.
of that? Yeah, no. There's no access.
What's the fucking Andrew? What's the book with the kids on the island and
Where
Piggy
they
and
kill each
Lord of
other?
the Flies.
Lord of the Flies?
there you
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome to join us.
Entrance
Are
fees.
we on?
Pulling it up.
Yeah, we're always on. Just always assume that we're recording. Anytime you see, as long as Australian Alex is here, we're recording something.
You cleared those warrants, right?
Get fucking laid down.
I'm taking my turn at bother the doctor. Evidently, the other Alex has something unique that only one doctor can cure. Maybe if he drops in, he can.
I told
explain it
Alex
to
that
me.
he should ask the doctor to name it after him.
Oh wow!
You know.
Wait.
So if you've got a floppy esophagus, you've got an Alex, whatever his last name
O'Mara.
is.
O'Mara.
O'Mara?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe.
Wait, isn't that like?
You've got O'Mara
Isn't that
esophagus.
the oath you have to take for the cartels? Oh. There's all right. Omerta. Isn't that like?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm not in a cartel.
Well, you
sort of, yeah, man.
coward.
Yeah.
Here's my bother the doctor. When I was at Chrysler show afterwards, like he's starting to get a little bit cut, a little bit
Dropping
lean.
some weight. Yeah.
And I go, what the fuck? And he said, yeah, I'm on testosterone now. I'm like, really? Yeah. I go, is it worth it? Like, I've wondered when you see those commercials with the fucking Doug Flutie and the unknown black guy, they always have to say his whole names. Hey,
Yeah.
Frank Thomas, that used to do this, like they have to
Yeah.
feed in his whole
Right.
resume. So you wonder, like, would I have more energy inside? He's like, I got all the fucking energy in the world. I go, yeah, but I don't want a sex drive back. Because my dick's hard, my dick's hard all day long. Leanne hates it. His wife. I would love to have that kind of energy and gumption again. But getting shot in the ass 3 times, he goes, your balls disappear, but not your fucking scrotum. And this goes back to a conversation you guys were having with a fucking scrotal reduction. Yeah, my balls are the
Scrotal
problem.
rejuvenation.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen to me is my balls get smaller, but my bag stayed as long. It's just like you did something bad to Santa.
Like a turkey flap.
or if they got harder and you could hear them hit.
Get empty speed back.
clacking.
Yeah.
Have you had to deal with testosterone for anything other than like?
Yeah, we patients get it all the time. A lot of people.
Later.
All right,
Go
uphill.
up the hill.
See,
All
man,
Oh, man.
I gotta live up
Good
my
seeing you, brother.
reputation and uphill.
uphill.
All right, man. We'll see you. You're gonna be around, right? people
The-
does it make a difference?
So people get testosterone a lot, and a lot of times fatigue, low sex drive.
Really?
Yeah, but I
they're
mean,
getting it for that. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
Yeah.
you get tested twice, and if it's low, you get an
okay.
injection usually once a week for about a month, and then it's once a month. But if he's doing 3
You said 3 a day. I'm pretty sure.
a day, he probably
3
is.
times
You know,
a day.
that sounds
I'm-
sounds incorrect.
okay.
Doesn't mean he's not doing it
Unless
that
he's the
way.
size of a house right now.
Right. Well, he said no. He said he's getting
maybe it's 3
ripped.
times a week. I don't know.
Yeah, 3 times a month, once a
So
month.
what's he looking at for a downside or farther down the road? No one knows.
You know, you got to die of something, right?
Right.
So pick
Odds are.
pick your option. You know, you're going to get shot in the back going out the window of somebody's house, or do you want to die from cholesterol or cancer? Nobody gets out alive, right?
Yeah.
But it's the upside. Like, I don't want to have a fucking boner. Can you get the testosterone that just makes you want to fucking work? like do some yard work. I want to have the energy. I don't have to fucking
It's
call
called
Derrick
meth.
every
Yeah. It's called cocaine.
Yeah. I don't,
There's a lot of options. Dog.
yeah.
Yeah. Ride the snake.
Coke will give you the all the sex drive in the world, but it'll take away your ability.
Right.
Yeah, but and then when you have all the sex drive, you're like, oh yeah, I didn't do this. I didn't do
Yeah,
this,
great,
didn't
now
do
I
this,
can-
didn't do shit.
Yeah.
So Bert could have his own disease named after him, like a previous.
Yeah, I do think you should do that and ask for a floppy esophagus to be named what's your last
O'Mara.
name again?
Omera.
What is Omerta?
Omera
Omerta
Esophagus.
is the code of silence in, in the mafia.
All right,
Yeah.
okay, I was right.
Yeah.
I said the cartels. It sounded kind of Spanishy.
Well, it's
Yes,
updated.
sure.
It's more. There's more Mexican and Spanish coming in than the Italians. So
Yeah, we're gonna change that. Speaking of, someone did it was the title of my first album, but when it comes to podcast titles that aren't taken, the Great White Stanhope. It's such an awful.
it's a play on the Great White Hope.
Yes.
So I like it.
Right.
I know, but my first album ever that I don't even acknowledge as my first one because
Right.
I
It
was
was
too.
called the Great White Stanhope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but at least I know it's mine. That's why I called the last book "No Encore for the Donkey" because like every other thing I thought of was taken.
It was
And this
taken,
is
yeah,
something
yeah,
from
right.
the book. It doesn't
Do
really.
you have? I mean, do people care about that stuff, or could you just do it and whatever? You're not going to hire a lawyer to sue me, and is it going to be
War and Peace by Doug Stanhope. I don't know.
the Bible by Stanhope, the Ten Commandments?
Hey, fuck it. There's
Well, you
no
want people to
trademark.
be able to find it without getting
Yeah,
confused.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, right.
So the more, if your name is like people go, hey, you know a comic from Dallas named Jim O'Connor, and you're like, I don't know. It's just like, Michael Johnson. I don't fucking know.
Wow,
Yeah.
maybe? Yeah, right.
Even the guy that you did the show with in Worcester, I'd never heard of him,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, that's weird.
Bert Kreischer?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, unless you're in.
but then I thought, well, shit, do I even get out anymore? Never heard
There's
of
a
him.
million kinds of out.
Yeah.
There's a
There's so
party
much
3
information
doors
right
down right now where they
Yeah.
all know every name of every video game that's
Right.
been out in the last 10 years that's
Yeah.
coming out, and we would. Joe, I have no
You're like,
idea
what?
what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Come on in, sir.
There's so much information and there's so much stuff that you can't process it all.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Right.
And,
Right.
and we all have it right here.
Yeah.
I mean, all of it is
Yeah.
right here.
Every
Yeah.
single one of us has different interests
Yeah.
that Fred knows everything that's going on with the city at any given time, has a weekly newsletter, knows how much housing sales have gone up versus retail sales versus bar sales, and we don't know shit about it.
I know what time to feed my cat. That's, I'm pretty proud of that.
I usually poop in the morning. We've all got a specialty.
Yeah, I mean, my interests are narrow, but they're thorough.
I'm not thorough at all. I'm a generalist.
Yeah, okay.
People ask me, I'm like, I don't know. I'll send you to endocrinology, and they can tell you what the hell that is.
Specialist.
Isn't that I got a guy? We don't have to know what's going on with the city. We got a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I
Well,
got a
Fred-
guy.
Fred tells us who to for all the
the
voting.
Ballot initiative.
Yeah,
right,
not
yeah.
we know the major things like mayor and president, but other than that, Fred, what is this? Proposition 125.
Do we get
Hey,
garbage
what-
or do we give garbage?
What is
the deal?
what is the county supervisor? What the hell do they do?
Well, they manage a multi-million-dollar budget that provides services and garbage pickup, garbage disposal, roads,
Sheriffs.
all of that stuff. They got like 1,200 miles of roads that they take care of. And
Is that why all our roads
what
are
they do,
shitty
and then
here?
they screw up, And
Yeah.
and
Then they get
try
indicted.
and then they try to. They want to count ballots by hand.
Yeah.
100%. So that's going to cost a lot of money, and it's really
Are those the
it's
people
so
that get
inaccurate,
indicted?
You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
believe
doing
it.
that.
And they always want to
I mean,
hire those one-armed guys, to do
Well,
it. So
I mean,
it's twice as
imagine a
long.
stack of ballots here for us.
Yeah.
And we're going to count it. Yeah.
One, two.
Someone
that's
comes
what-
in and
Hey,
someone comes in
I
and
got
talks
the
to
Bears
him.
plus 3.5. Oh, stop the 3.5. I'm going to start over.
Yeah,
1,
exactly.
2,
What is
3.5.
that from the jerk page of the order of Iron Balls McGinty? $1.39.
But Cochise County, our county is it's a really big county. It's bigger than
Bigger than Connecticut,
bigger than
man.
almost.
I mean,
almost
it's
as-
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like
Some states.
nobody here. There's like
Well, yeah, it's 132.
a dozen cactus and
Yeah.
Why don't you have a lead?
Mountains and,
I had Fred. This is gonna fucking give you a coronary.
uh-oh.
I had Gretchen Bonaducci over yesterday, and she's been since she moved here. It's Danny Bonaducci's ex-wife. They had
Oh, wow,
a
that's
reality
funny.
show together, and she came here with the hopes of starting a reality show. First, when she got the Greenway house, and how she's gonna redo it, and
It's hard
she
not
didn't
to
sell
laugh at
that, but she's not giving up on it, and
Really?
wants to just do a life in Bisbee. And she said, "Would you be on it?" I go, "Of course I would."
Keep me off.
But no, but her idea was her running for mayor with me as like her vice
Oh,
mayor,
that'd be
and I'm
funny.
like, that doesn't work because
No,
that doesn't.
it doesn't.
I go, I'll run against you, and she's like,
That would be
yeah.
better.
So
That would be
me
better.
against Gretchen Bonaducci. I've
that'd be
heard
funny.
Cynthia Conroy is running.
Maybe.
Maybe.
She's
That's-
run before. But
Some-
I think
someone
Ken
said
Budge will
recently.
probably run
She's
again.
running for council, though.
I heard.
Is she running for council?
I think she's running for council, which
Oh,
Well, that'd be
she'll
a
run
Warren.
unopposed and then win.
That would be more. She's probably going for
Because
Joni
what's her name?
Giacomino's
Yeah, exactly.
seat
Yeah,
because
that's-
Joni Giacomino's
Is
trying
going
for
running
a
for county
supervisor.
supervisor. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. Well,
That's it.
oh, okay.
Like,
Well,
first of all,
you know, well,
I
she-
don't. I would never want to be mayor, nor would she.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We
My
would
my
do
mom
this
was
for-
vice mayor back in the day of Worcester.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Your one
back when the incident happened.
Your one proposal behind for Gretchen Bonaducci, she had a reality show about the cemetery. She wanted to do something, tours and stuff for the cemetery, and
Oh, she's gonna. Yeah, she
Yeah.
won't stop with
she's
the
a
ideas.
fountain.
I had
Yeah,
this
fountain
really
of
bad.
My
information.
dad wanted to run for mayor of Bisbee, and his platform was going to be he'd only go to mine closings and supermarket openings, and that was it.
That was it?
That's all he would ever do. Like, okay, I'll vote for that.
well, Gretchen Bonaducci owns Lake Cornucopia. Used
Yeah.
to be Cornucopia Cafe, but now it's Lake
And she kept
Cornucopia.
she kept the menu
She
and the
kept the-
staff,
yeah,
which was
that-
very
yeah, which
cool,
was really
actually.
cool,
and
yeah.
made it better.
And
Yeah,
they TripAdvisor just
yeah.
anointed her one of the 10 best lunch spots in the world.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Really?
Yeah. That's,
How much do you
I
have
mean,
to pay for that?
Yeah, don't
You know, that's a
I
paid
mean,
thing
it's
right
good,
there.
but the meatloaf sandwich is off the charts. But,
yeah,
you
no,
know.
they got good foods. They got good desserts and stuff. Yeah, it's good.
but
The
top,
best, I
you
don't
know,
know, man.
I think it was top 50. Was it top?
Maybe
50
the
or
best in
Top
Bisbee.
10.
Top 10. Get
I
the
know,
fuck,
top 10.
really?
I know, it's just
Best in Bisbee or best in the
no,
world?
best in the world.
The
Wow.
world.
I mean,
That means there's some guy in France going "Sacre bleu."
yes, yeah, really, yeah.
What is that going to come
Or how much?
But yeah, well, restaurant critic Doug has been there, and
Yeah.
he's given his opinion of
What?
Lake Cornucopia, Gretchen Bonaducci's
Oh, yeah.
restaurant.
It's a good
Yeah,
restaurant.
it just
It's
got
good,
named one of the best
Top
10 lunch spots in the world.
By
In the world.
TripAdvisor.
Number
By
10, top
TripAdvisor.
10.
By
Yeah.
TripAdvisor.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was 10 she just snuck in there. I'm not sure. But she's
Or,
there, yeah.
or does $100,
Yeah, I know.
$100 bucks in the
Depends on the
pocket,
amount.
does that get you top 10?
Yeah, it
That's
could
the
be.
kind
Yeah.
of negativity I wake up with for real on a daily basis. Maybe she's just 10th.
Maybe it's a
Then it's not so
typo.
outrageous.
Yeah. How much of the world are you counting? Are you counting
Yeah.
North Korea? Are you counting?
So I've ate
Antarctica.
lunch in one of the 10 best lunch
Yeah.
spots in the
You did. You have.
Yeah.
And
So, which really qualifies you to be
yeah,
a food critic,
A
yeah.
critic, absolutely.
God, what are the
go,
poor
yeah.
people doing? Shit.
Yeah, I know. It's just terrible.
You know it's gonna be
Well, they get-
house.
They get lunches from Gore Park, which is really, really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Gore Park's having a fundraiser.
Is that in Russia? No, that's Gorky Park.
No, that's Gorky Park. Yeah,
Different
remember
park.
that. Yeah, different park.
You only know that from that.
The song.
Probably
Yeah.
a movie.
It's like, goddamn, I'm losing every reference.
Nina?
No, the band.
Oh, the
band,
Scorpions.
Scorpions. that's
Is it? Or
Yeah.
Def Leppard?
It's Scorpions.
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 Yeah.
All right.
Just wait, you'll continue to lose things, and you lose them faster.
Yeah.
Believe me.
So if you want to get testosterone, speaking of losing things,
Oh.
so if you want to get testosterone, you can just come in, get your labs tested. We'll see where you're at,
Uh-huh.
and you'll be able to walk around with an erection like an 18-year-old.
Are you talking to him or me?
You're talking to
Yes.
me? For Christ's sake, I'm 82. no,
if they-
I don't care what they
What
do.
if you're
they
not
put in,
low?
They give me
Then
an
you won't
implant.
get it.
I'm not going to do that.
If they put a steel rod in there,
yeah,
and that's going
exactly.
to
It'll
happen.
bend.
I don't have time for that.
You know what I love most about Fred? You know what we're all gonna miss? This is his wake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna miss the most?
Yeah, Fred was a
His
good guy.
erections.
His
Just up until his dying
Yeah.
breath.
Look at him. He's
my
laying
God.
there in the
Like an
coffin
18-year-old.
and he's still stiff, man.
Rigor mortis.
More mortis, less rigor. I'm drinking the Chilada.
Yeah.
Brendan Walsh got me on. Every time we do our NFL picks podcast, which I'm losing, I still have a chance here.
Still losing?
Well, this is my big one. Is Cleveland -3. But he always takes a
you have
snort
the
of
red zone?
ketamine and then opens a Chilada for every show. The ketamine is like it's this huge. I know a lot of people are doing ketamine therapy through.
Yeah.
And
That's
it
what
works.
Matthew
Oh, and
Perry-
exactly. It doesn't work for everyone, Matthew
Yeah.
Perry.
Yeah.
Doctor's
It's
warning.
like saying, well, a lot of people do acid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. It's good.
Well, what was it? I mean, it did work for Perry, right?
Well, he drowned.
Well,
Because
he
Right
had-
up until
because
the
he-
end.
Aside from that side effect, it was
Because
really
he wasn't good at dosing.
I listened to
amounts
his.
are important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Those
funny.
hot tub warnings are real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no horseplay, especially.
How did somebody talk you into these particular chairs here? You
Well, get a
Huh?
we'll switch out.
What's the problem? What do you
I
want?
want to complain about.
You want a
Oh,
5-gallon bucket
I
to
know.
sit
If I
on?
had nothing to complain about,
Yeah,
just
I know it.
This
Here,
one
give
has
him
a
that chair.
back.
Huh?
That one has a back.
No, this one's got a back. It just hits you right.
Yeah,
It's
because
bad
it-
upper back.
It's
a
like
bad-
you. It's a bad back.
It's a bad
There
back.
you go.
Exactly.
You
Short
got a week.
chair.
You got a week back. How
Oh,
long you had a
man.
week back?
No, it's not that.
Yeah,
It's not
since
that.
about a
It's
week
this.
back.
It's on, oh, this is different. Look at that.
See?
That one. Someone's unclear on the
Well,
concept
first
of
of all-
the goddamn chair. They put a box there for a chair.
Yeah, there's a
Oh, much
pad.
better.
Let me
Oh,
explain it to you, Fred.
Yes, please.
That has a pad that goes in the back
Didn't
and a
have to be
pad.
a chair.
Hey, Alex,
but I
get
had
him
to
a
put
man
the
pond,
pad
would you?
on a chair that Andrew had his feet up on. So
Uh-huh.
his foot pad was your back pad.
I
He's
see.
complaining that the pad.
You
is
took
missing.
the pad because
I had to put
and
the
now my
pad-
back is screwed up, man, because of the chair pad you took.
You got to chip in for his
You
next
didn't,
surgery.
you didn't do it? Okay.
No, he
Well, no,
he
but-
had his goddamn fucking dirty feet on my brand new chair, so I brought him a white pad.
Oh, I see. A white pad. That's what. Listen, but this typifies so many things about what's wrong with fucking design in America. That person that designed that chair has never, ever sat in the goddamn chair.
They were Lithuanian, though. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's totally fine.
Here's
yeah, probably cutting on the Ukrainians.
Yeah,
you know.
Here's one of mine is because we live in hotels basically on the road,
Yeah.
and so the do not disturb that you hang on your door.
Right.
But if you leave it on all the time like we do, when you open it from the inside, it flies off. And I go, not Mr. Holiday Inn has never fucking stayed here for a week. Where every time he's like, oh,
well,
fuck,
yeah,
I gotta
it's a
pick
pain
this up.
in the neck. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
so Chaille brings all sorts of brightly colored gaffer tape and just tapes the fucking do not disturb. I think we super glue it, but he can come back at you for that.
Well, he's probably a little bit more compassionate toward the help than you are, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know,
Not if you super glued everybody's.
Well,
Super glue the plate to the floor outside, in the hallway.
32-0, the Browns.
No, that's an old.
Yeah, that's
That's-
a,
Do
that's
you
a
have
1970.
do you have the red zone on? This is the game. Do you have red zone?
Yeah, we can get red zone.
Yeah.
Do red zone.
Derrick.
How much time
Derrick's
is
in
left?
charge of that.
8:39. So Browns are
39.
shot.
Well, you still have possibilities of making your spread, right?
Everybody else is 2 million.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. And they're over. Yeah.
Packers are getting
And they're
3 and
playing
35.
Yeah. All right. Jets have a chance.
All right, so
You okay with that new chair?
I'm okay. This is fine.
let me get back to the testosterone because
Yeah.
now it gives you the energy to like. Is it going to give me? Do I need to want to have it? Like, hang on, stay with me. Not the boner part. Okay, let's say I want to go move that fucking 400-pound anchor, and I don't really have it in me. I know testosterone would help me at the gym, but would it make me want to go to the gym? Would it make me wake up going,
Enthusiasm.
I gotta fucking do something with this energy? Or would it just make me go, okay, if you did it, it would work better?
Well,
Does that make sense?
It may make you want to go around the back of the building and jerk off and then come back.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe-
And then really it doesn't even matter after that.
I think
You
it
just do
probably
whatever.
would make you want to go to the gym and beat the fuck out of those people in there.
Yeah,
That's what it'll do.
Is roid
It's
rage?
not. It's not. It's
Roid
not.
rage.
It's
Remember
not.
Esky
That,
rage?
it's not like
Wow.
anabolic steroids for bodybuilding. It's just routine testicular hormone.
All right, then I don't know what Kreischer's doing, because,
He's probably doing
you
some
can
weird shit.
follow the supply chain of where that probably came from.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's...
So man,
Yeah,
how are you?
Dana White's involved somehow, I'm guessing.
Come on in.
He's somewhere
Yeah.
at the mouth of the Nile.
That's right. I have that book on my Kindle, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Into Africa? Yeah. I
Into
wanna read it.
Africa is so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Yeah, I really want to read it.
I look for
Hey,
it.
How's
Raiders! Raider, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to find
He didn't want to sit in front of the pot pipe.
It's on Kindle. If you have a
No,
Kindle.
I only want paper.
Okay. The library probably has it. Library has it. If they get
We're
it,
doing it.
Oh yeah. Well,
they can
we
get
could
our
test
library's
it. We could
amazing.
test the
Amazing.
theory. Don't even say
We're
anything.
doing bother a doctor.
It's fine.
During football. Just, I've been asking him about testosterone, because did I tell you, Kreischer told me in the green room, I'm like, you're getting like cut. He's like, yeah, fucking testosterone, man. Fucking, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Yeah, of course.
As he's exhausted from.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, but that's what he told me. He said, my dick's fucking hard 24 hours. I'm like, I don't want that part. I want to get shit done. I'd like to get rid of enough of the gut that I could just,
Well, it does give you more energy. It increases muscle mass. Even if you don't work out, tests have shown it
That's-
increases muscle mass.
Thank you for
And
coming in
it also
exactly
burns
where we were.
body fat. Did I just?
No,
No,
you're
no,
fine.
Like you said?
Dr.
timing
Dave, we're glad you're here.
Well,
Yeah.
from all the working out and the all that kind of stuff.
Right, right.
So I'm definitely familiar with what it does for you.
You're more concerned
Did you
about
try it?
No, I've never been on.
Rader's more concerned about his health,
Cutting
and
down his estrogen?
well-being than you are about being great at your job. So he's
Not
kind of
this-
more of a
Despite his
doctor.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
His
Oh,
gear.
I know.
Yeah.
Aside from the cigarettes.
Aside from the cigarettes,
Yeah. Aside from
aside
that.
from that,
And the crack.
And the
Yeah.
I'm
That's
very healthy.
no, but I've had my pretty
good for weight.
Let me see. Is there one thing that's going to undercut that argument?
the way they eat and stuff.
The
Yeah.
occasional beer. he
Oh
has.
yeah. Like if you're doing weightlifting, like the guys on the magazines,
Rader, get
they
in
know
the
the
shot.
salt. They know the salt content, and you got to avoid all that stuff. But that's a commitment to get cut like a magazine cut.
Oh man.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
I mean,
lifestyle.
Yeah, that's
None of those
that's
guys are
24 hours
Yeah.
a day.
No.
doing that
Absolutely
shit,
not.
yeah.
Any single one of them. But I do
And,
count.
and also, those
Every
people are
calorie, every
22
gram of
years
protein.
old.
Do you
Those guys.
even now?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Anybody
I
that's
weigh all my
cut,
food. I
over
love it.
30
Now,
is
fucking
bullshit.
Rogan
Yeah.
is my age.
Yeah. Who?
Well, you,
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but he
looks like a fire plug. He looks unnatural. He
It's-
can't move his neck. I
Yeah,
mean, what the
right.
hell is that
Exactly.
about? That's just not
But,
right.
Well, he might have a stiffy, but
It's
it's
like
his
walks around
neck.
like this. I mean, he looks like Stretch Armstrong not being stretched.
Yeah.
That's not.
Put my Stretch Armstrong in the freezer. That ain't funny. Put my Stretch Armstrong in the freezer.
Oh, man.
he's not enjoying your chair.
No, he was
I
just
tell you,
he was pushing me. Like, if I had it and I didn't, like, first of all, I know now that I had a bad experience as a child with my ass and a needle. I
Excuse
got,
Oh, all right.
yeah, I
Yeah.
had to get a
Yeah,
shot.
yeah, yeah. Well, you did hang around
was
the
a different-
church.
He
a
needed the
lot.
money.
No, as a kid, I had to get
He
some.
seemed like a nice guy. God is in my mouth.
He said he was
Oh,
my uncle.
okay.
He said he was a doctor.
You're a piano teacher. Well, I still can't play a lick. So I got a shot in the ass that I swear hit the bone. Like, it was the most agonizing. So when you told me I had to get that steroid shot in the ass just for some fucking gunk in my chest, I was so fucking afraid. And I was just like a COVID
Well, you hit
shot.
it well, except for the quiver in your bottom lip.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was nothing. It was like the
natural.
COVID that I panicked about. I was always
Yeah,
terrified of
yeah.
needles, and I felt nothing. So when it
You got a bad experience.
Kreischer said, "Yeah, 3 shots," and I go in the ass, and I'm still
Well, you can put cream on. You can rub a cream on the inside of
where
your
my
thighs.
balls cause fucking rash.
Yeah, and then this cream is working
Yeah,
fantastic.
just don't get it on your balls.
Yeah.
You have to get it on
I
inner thighs.
Fred, I
Yeah.
got a new insurance because I had to redo it.
Uh-huh.
But I had like catastrophic because I never go to doctors for checkups ever until he came to town. I go,
So
oh,
I
it'd be
figured if
funny.
something happened,
Oh,
it'd be like
fuck.
getting hit by a
Yeah,
meteorite.
it's funny to go. I'll go see my old friend like as a business thing. I didn't know it's like going to be $1,200 because of my dumb deductible. So now I get a 0 deductible. It costs a lot of fucking money, but I'm going to be seeing him like every 3 days. I'm going to go in.
One
Get your
rectal
mail
check a
forwarded to
week.
us.
I told you, Doug.
Yeah,
One.
only one, yeah.
That's no rectum. That's a vagina. That's how I identify.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I have never
I want
seen
you to-
something like this.
You don't have a penis. You have a small clitoris.
I want you to sew some raw strips of beef liver around that, and make it look like a vagina, like a poor man's. Some little chipped beef and Brillo pad, and staple that to my spine.
Did you have your testosterone tested? Was that?
No, we didn't check
No,
it.
no, it's
Now we
Kreischer
can.
was talking about it, and he was telling me I should do it. Which there's a lot of reasons I might.
You have to avoid ejaculation or intercourse for 24 hours. So in your case, ejaculation, avoid it for 24 hours,
No problem.
and then we'll check your labs.
Yeah,
And then you get to look like Bert Kreischer.
That's it. With no shirt on.
okay, so the other side of the coin is people that I know, like Rogaine. If you stop doing it, then all the
Rogaine.
hair you grew falls out.
Joe Rogan should have been with Rogaine.
You don't
know,
get it.
Rogaine.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's
you wouldn't be the
wonderful.
first person to
Why did
put that
Rogaine
together.
approach him?
Right.
Watch out for those pitfalls. Let's say the most obvious.
Pretty much.
That was the rep.
But is testosterone the same way? Like, all right, say you get a little bit jacked,
But you're not
and then
going to
you
get
stop.
necessarily jacked from that
Right.
type of steroid.
Exactly.
All right.
Like, it's not anabolic. Anabolic steroids build you up while you're weightlifting. Testosterone is a natural hormone made in the testicles that basically just helps your what do they call it in the ad? Man,
Libido?
no, it's like man. I don't know.
Man parts, that's a bad ad.
No.
Are you talking about the Doug Flutie,
Yeah.
Frank Thomas ads?
Yeah.
And she's gonna love you for it too.
Yeah. And she's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for my 68-year-old husband to just hunch over me again like those old days at Niagara
Put his
Falls
belly on my back. Oh, that'll be great.
while he's making business calls.
It used to be
my
Niagara Falls, and now it's Viagra Falls.
So if you know about the
Oh, fuck, touchdown.
testosterone, what
There
have
we
you
go.
ever been
There
tested?
you go.
There you go.
Fucking
Look at
minus
that.
3. Go to overtime.
Yeah, go for two. Go for two.
No, fuck me. No, I'm minus 3. I needed to go to overtime.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Or-
Okay, go for one.
I don't need it. However,
Yeah.
You
if
minus
I
two.
ever needed it, I would.
Cleveland
not
minus
hesitate.
3.
I would
Yeah.
absolutely go on a
Yeah.
therapy. TRT. The only thing with it, though, as far as I know, is once you start it, you got to keep going.
That's
What?
that was my question.
Yeah.
Well,
For testosterone, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Well,
Jesus.
it's not that you've got to keep going.
As
It's that
more-
if you stop, then the effects wear off. So, I mean, if he's tired of walking around with a heart on,
Yeah.
then
God,
Then he'll-
I don't want to live in a world
And then
where
finally he'll have some energy without a heart on.
It's going to be a different world.
As more and more guys pile into this table, this looks
Yeah.
like a commercial, like an infomercial for
We
low
were talking
T.
about our libido.
He's gonna be running a basic cable at
I would-
5:30 in the morning.
well, Doug, how has this worked for you? Well,
if you do decide to get tested, though, can we
My
do a
wife's
poll
never been
and guess where
happier.
you're at? Whether it's your total or your free.
Oh yeah, the labs that you did. Does it testosterone
No, we
show
didn't
up on
do
that?
it.
All right, fuck it.
we don't usually do it. And, technically, I thought I usually test total and free, but when I looked it up, when you mentioned it, I was looking up, and it said that you shouldn't really measure the free testosterone.
Why?
And I don't know. There's something about the LH and the FSH, which are essentially
told
female
you.
hormones.
LH versus FSH.
Yeah.
We had this whole conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because total testosterone is a good number to know, but
Total,
as far as
yeah.
I know, your free testosterone is really what helps with building muscle. So it's kind of like knowing your, it's like knowing your weight without knowing your height, or without knowing a body fat percentage, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's just sort of incomplete, as far as I know. But you are the one with the medical degree, so.
Yeah.
Wow,
there's
that's a
that.
little saucy at the end.
Yeah, that's
No,
yeah.
I
Make
know,
a fucking appointment. How about that?
I know what I know.
Fucking appointment. Then you can tell me what you need.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Maybe an antidepressant for you. Maybe something for your rage.
Something to shut you the fuck
Half
up.
the shit that I know could be stuff from the internet.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah,
not
well,
a medical
Yeah,
that
professional.
goes for everybody here. Not
still-
even half, you know.
He's still living in a van down by the river, so really,
Yeah, what the heck.
no, I'm in the house
That
now.
would be
How often
great.
do you have to duck out of the office and go, I think, and then
Yeah, right.
race
Go,
to
go,
a
go, go, go.
Well,
laptop,
people come in all the time with weird shit, you
Yeah.
know, and you don't get exposed to it all the time. So I look it up and we have, it's essentially Google, but it's medical stuff. It's called Up to Date or Hippocrates. And you just, say somebody comes to you with lupus and you're like, yeah, I can't remember a whole heck of a lot about lupus. So you just look it up ahead of time,
Yeah.
A lot of times the patients come in with more info
Yeah.
than we have.
Do people come in and order stuff like I need, like?
Well,
I want
they'll
this
tell
drug, or I
me
want
what they
this-
need.
What they
Yeah.
think they need.
And if it's reasonable, I'll try and accommodate them.
But do you get-
Some people
is
are
that
like,
insulting to you,
yeah,
though?
you're not, yeah, I know you just were on Google for the last 10 minutes. We're not
Yeah.
doing any of that shit that
But
you
is that
just said.
insulting to you when someone comes? I mean,
I have the black
No.
plague.
Yeah.
So what?
I live in Arizona. The rats have black plague.
So what's the weirdest thing that you've seen?
Well, this guy came up and asked me about testosterone. No,
A comedian walked into
Yeah,
the doctor's office.
yeah, I said I need a rectal exam. I said, what? Again?
Gretchen Bonaducci said, hey, is it still the invite to come over for football? And I said, yeah, I'm really hoping she comes in, because I was asking her yesterday about, she's very open about how much plastic surgery she's had and continues
She's
to
a nice,
have.
Okay.
she's a
Yeah,
nice person.
it was her and Suzanne on the podcast coming back from Mexican Botox.
Oh, my God.
And I go, has it ever gone wrong? Like, any of your procedures gone wrong? And she goes, why? Is there something that looks no, like that show.
Am I drooping?
Botched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they I heard a story recently about them injecting like oil into a girl's ass.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
It's
Yeah.
called lubricant. It's necessary.
It'll make your joints work better.
Man, my ass has never been so smooth.
Yeah.
Synthol specifically? Was it Synthol?
I don't know. It was literally motor oil.
Oh wow! Oh whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, and there's a lawsuit, and the chick's ass fell off.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get for going to that
Yeah,
billboard.
yeah. Supposedly their dental is pretty decent. Right when you go, we're what, 10 miles from the border here? 5 miles. And when you go over the border, it's pharmacies
I've
and
had dentists. I've had
and dentists.
No,
Yeah.
I think there's three very reputable.
knockout.
Most of the dentists in
Yeah.
in Mexico have been trained in the U.S.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
but you go over there and in Naco, which is 5 miles away and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's 3 clinics that I know of that are reputable, and they've
Yeah.
done work for a lot of people
Yeah.
in Bisbee.
Yeah, I
And the
went to
pharmacies,
Martinez to get extractions.
Yeah.
And then when we had to bail out of the local guy, I don't trust that.
Long. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, should we go? We're going with your recommendation, January, and if that doesn't work out, we're going back to Mexico. It's just a pain in the ass the paranoia of coming into this country.
Yeah.
You can just get in line with all the others and walk through the fence.
Yeah.
I remember once there was a tough guy, border patrol, and we made the mistake of driving in, and so we're coming back through. And he's like, "What are you doing over there? Where do you live? What do you do? Like, what do you do?" And I go, "I'm a comedian." And he goes, say something funny. And his buddies are behind him. I go, it'd be at your expense. And they fell out and I'm fucking going.
I've never had any trouble coming back and forth by Naco. But you go down Iowa Prieta and Douglas, and like it's an hour and a half away.
It's a,
Yeah, you might
and
as well
in
walk in.
Nogales, you just might
Walking
as
is
well
a
forget
lot
about
easier.
it.
Walking
But
is
walking's
easier.
over easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just drive across the border and go to the pharmacy and get my omeprazole, and I come back.
You can buy over the counter antibiotics and
Did
stuff
they
like
ever
that.
pat you down?
No.
Oh,
Never.
good. We have a job for you.
How big's your colon again?
How big can it get?
All I've got's a mini, and I can't really carry enough people.
We're gonna have you smuggle some things that aren't illegal, just as trial runs.
Just as a trial.
Beef jerky,
Yeah.
you know, Lucky Rabbit's paw, things like this.
Good and
A
plenty,
big lighter.
yeah,
Yeah.
Boy. God, you know, I needed to
Cornhole
have my
bags.
retirement a little
Start
bit.
with
Yeah.
cornhole bags.
work up.
Oh boy.
Can you bring
32
Training.
back across?
32 total points. That's
Yeah,
37 and a
yeah.
half.
Prednisone.
You got a
For
field
a
goal,
weekend,
I'm
I
good.
got a good high off of that.
Prednisone, man, I didn't like that. That made me a little blind.
Wow.
It made me happy.
Really? Prednisone? You are there fucking weird,
So
man.
don't get
Well,
that.
God,
Oh,
Russell,
Shawnee Rouse was on
You might need
prednisone
X-rays.
and had a million negative jokes about it.
Oh man,
He had rheumatoid arthritis so
Yeah.
bad that his hands were
Yeah, I
like
know.
drifting
Oh,
claws.
Yeah.
sausage hands, yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like
they put you on that to
Oh,
knock
some-
it back
some
because it's,
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
steroid.
Yeah, it decreases inflammation in the
Inflammation
joints.
quite rapidly, but
Yeah.
but it starts affecting your eyes. I mean, I took it for 3 months.
Yeah, your eyes, your
And then-
bones.
And then my eyesight started to go, and so I stopped it
It
immediately.
delayed my
Oh, wow.
surgery too because I was scheduled for surgery. Well, you have to get off prednisone before you can have the surgery because you'll bleed out too much.
Yeah.
That was a lame jump, man. Come on, show that again. God damn it, that was lame.
Sorry,
Watch
sorry,
it.
your
Well,
name is
okay.
not Gary. I know that now. You're the doctor guy who I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
John.
Okay, now
Oh,
watch,
Doctor.
watch his jump.
John.
Look at
John.
this.
Yeah, Dr. John.
Look, it's so lame.
Pronounce your last name.
Senate, snot,
Senate.
Senate.
We always said Senate.
My parents
I-
never
I-
figured it out.
I thought I heard you once say it, and I go, am I pronouncing it wrong since I was 7 years
Yeah.
old?
Yeah, now,
Senate.
back in the
fucking
day,
Senate.
it was Senate,
Senate?
and my I think it was my mom was always like, Senat, and, the
Yeah.
kids would be
French?
snot,
Yeah, right,
of course.
Yeah.
Right.
And when we went to Ireland, southeast Ireland, Wexford County is where the peeps are from. It was Senate. So that's the do all be all. I went to Senate's pub in Dublin and tried to get a free beer. I was like,
beer,
hey
yeah.
man,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
Senate. Look at my IDs.
Yeah.
I was like, can I get a free beer? He's like, I'm trying to make a fucking living here. I was like, oh, my
Right,
people.
yeah.
It's like exactly like my
You're
family.
like Smith over here,
Stanhope
buddy.
pub
Yeah.
in London. There's a Stanhope something pub that we went to.
There's a Stanhope pub?
Yeah, well, Stanhope's not that uncommon in England.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, and there's like 7 Stanhope Englands.
Oh.
There's an antique thing you can look through called the Stanhope that
I
has
was
a
just telling him about that.
No, yeah, you were. Yeah.
I've had them before. I have had them
Peep
made
show.
out of ivory, and you can see the Eiffel Tower or something like it was like high tech for 100.
Yeah, no, I made those before I did comedy.
The Eiffel Tower with a really funny guy on top.
That's why it went to
That was like
That's why I went to
120 years ago. You know.
You went from such a well-paying occupation to another well-paying occupation. Well, you've got hope here.
Have you seen the 20 side effects of testosterone
No.
injections? Yeah, you should send that to Bert.
Is it?
Sure, you've seen them.
Oh God.
I think Bert has people for problems. If there's 20 problems with testosterone, he's got 20 people on hand.
Goes and goes
Oh.
and goes.
Oh, yeah.
Just talk to
yeah.
his people.
What's it say for the drawbacks?
There's 20 of them. You want them all?
Yes, we do.
What,
yeah.
testosterone?
Give me the good ones. Give me the
For
top 5.
testosterone injections. Headache, acne, enlarging breasts. I don't know where Bert stands on that already.
Well, that'd be all right.
Lower
Yeah, that's
urinary
okay.
tract infections,
Oh.
anxiety, blurred vision, breast pain, chest pain, difficult urination, difficulty.
But wait, you have an erection?
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's the important
Well,
thing?
That's
we'll see.
difficult.
It's fine.
Urinating.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's called
Don't worry about it. Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Well, you have blurred vision, so you think you have.
Yeah, all your blood's in your dick.
Difficulty breathing, dizziness, mood swings, nausea, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble sleeping, weight gain, back pain, blemishes on the skin, blood clot warning,
What's the
bloody or cloudy
positive?
urine, confusion, cough, decreased sperm count.
Oh, so
But you know,
nothing
if
so
you
different than what's going on
if you
now.
read the side effects,
85%. Hello.
if you read the side effects of an asprin, you'll never take another asprin again because
It's
you'll
the
think that you're going
possible
to be
side effects.
you'll think you're going to be
Yeah.
bleeding out your ass in every orifice there is.
Yeah, and the number for that is usually 2% or higher or something. So it's and they have to. So
Yeah. So when they were testing aspirin and however many hundreds of thousands or thousands of people went through it, you know, you figure what percent of the population is crazy anyways, right?
and
getting
So
bigger.
what is the positive?
Well, they're coming out of the closet more.
Yeah.
I just asked for the effects.
Oh yeah, just ask for the positive effects.
Well, it's like taking Xanax for anxiety.
Yeah, there you go.
And Xanax causes anxiety too.
Yeah,
So-
anything you're taking a medication for, the side effect will be whatever you're trying to cure. So if it's an anti-anxiety medication, it'll be anxiety.
like insulin causes
Anticoagulant,
diabetes.
it'll be bleeding. You know.
See, that's why when I take a Viagra, you get a boner.
That concept right there is just scary. So you take the Viagra, so he's getting horny. I don't know.
I know.
It's not as much fun to do the gay thing without Bingo here.
That completes me.
I just like to watch him.
I just like to watch period.
Big Doc, perfectly.
Yeah.
Dr. John, now I remember your name now because I can reference that in my head.
Yeah.
Musician.
Dr. John.
Yeah, I saw him.
I was in the right place, but I was in the wrong
I
time.
saw him in some dive bar.
I was in the right hole. Must have been the wrong guy.
Well, he's dead now, unfortunately.
You guys are in the same neighborhood.
Dr. John's dead.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah,
A year ago,
Floyd.
year and a half
He's
ago.
tired of waiting for you.
I kept my ticket. They didn't tear my ticket when because I still got a Dr. John ticket to see him at some dive bar. You know.
Lots of luck, Floyd. Lots of luck.
I'm gonna eBay it.
Alex, what you got there? What is that?
Sparkling lemon lime
All right.
water.
All right.
Someone brought that, and I chucked it in that bin. Oh, I think.
Where do you work out of Tucson?
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Yep. So up by the fire department and the food bank,
Hey, I got.
you can
medical
get a loaf of
plan F.
bread, some fire tips, and a rectal check all in the same day.
I got Plan F Medicare. That stands for fucked.
Yeah.
I pay nothing. I just go in.
Just go in and get this stuff done. Just say I ain't paying.
No, I just.
Just tell you what I have.
Well, they don't do anything for him. They go, oh, we'll give you the money. He's like, all right, I'm
I got
good now.
Medicare.
Let me rub these chicken bones over you.
Medicare costs me over $400 a month. Let's put it that way. Just, yeah, fuck it.
I have that. Send me anything to you?
Floyd comes for Thanksgiving dinner, and you go, Floyd, you already ate. He's like, oh, okay, I'm going to bed now.
I got too many glasses. Holy shit.
Jesus. Got a lot going on there.
Hell,
HIV.
You know me.
High five.
Guy used to work with used to go, I'm not just sure I'm HIV positive. I'm like, dude, we work in a law firm. You better
Yeah, that was kind of one of the jokes from Philadelphia.
Was it?
One of the, yeah,
So this
he
is pretty
finds out he
good.
has
This
AIDS, and
is
they
so
do the
you're
joke
showing
about-
me your insurance card,
Yeah.
not anything condition related, but that's
No,
not
no,
bad.
no,
A
no.
$500 deductible is
And
nothing.
And I pay $0 for it from work.
Yeah.
They hook us-
Preventative care is $0. That's good. Primary care, that's me. $20 a visit.
We're all getting
Not
fingered.
bad.
Yeah. Two for you. Two
Mine's
fingers
30.
for you.
No, mine's 50.
Well, no, prostate, you just get with your blood work.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should do that. I'm 46.
If you can rely on the blood results.
Well, Dollar Tree's opening up, next to where the Alco was. So I bet you can get old-fashioned $1.25 prostate exams with the actual finger there.
You know, picture.
Yeah, for a man,
Look.
man on a limited budget.
Look, this is your asshole,
Don't stick
right?
your finger in there.
Yeah, and I'm putting my finger up there to try and feel what your prostate's like, and that's about how good it is. So unless you're doing
Well,
it
because your
every
finger's
day,
like a monkey with a peanut. It's not
I
gonna
can't
come
get
out
my
of that
finger
asshole.
out. Do you have a? Do you have a?
Oh God!
What? I need a
Call a
grinder.
doctor for God's sake.
I'm not going to.
Take him
I'm
to
not going to
emergency.
the ER for this
Come
one.
on, his asshole. Yeah.
We need some metal cutters.
You're gonna go to your peers in a Santa hat, reeking a fucking Japanese beer with your finger
Really?
caught.
Yeah. I need a
I
prostate.
never liked you.
But I should prank you by coming in asking for a prostate exam, because they sewed me shut.
Yeah, and I'll prank you with my big rubber finger that I have, shaped like a
We're
penis.
number one. We're number one.
What do you see,
You're
Doc?
number two.
What do you see?
I see a big rectal dilation in your future.
Yeah, God.
Rectal dilation.
So,
It's
Alex,
making
if I
me
could
wait.
bring your or a hypothetical situation
Yeah.
out into the public's light. So, if you've got a floppy esophagus,
Yes.
right? What are you feeling? How would somebody know if they have a floppy esophagus?
You can't. Breathing is worse. You can't. It's hard to breathe.
Okay.
If you make an effort, any kind of exertion,
Yeah.
you can't breathe. But also over time, carbon dioxide backs up.
So it's like COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary
It's
disorder.
just like that. And I was scanned for everything. I was given inhalers.
Yeah.
This went on for almost 2.5 years of trying to figure out what it was. And finally, someone stuck a camera down my throat and said, "Oh, look. And we can't do anything for this. You're fucked."
You
Basically.
have the weirdest
You know?
disease.
Yeah.
He did, yeah. So,
Which is why it should be
so-
named
So
after
you
you.
have
Yeah,
a
it should.
so you have a limp esophagus.
it's the
Don't
the-
say limp. That's
the floor-
demasculating.
Testosterone.
Okay, sorry. Limp nodes. It's like
You got
testosterone.
lymph nodes, dude.
He has
I
resting
do.
esophagus face.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I have. So, and it over time, and the CO2 backs up more. So you get basically being poisoned. But I haven't run in years. I can't. Doing things.
Just on a day-to-day
It's-
basis, like right now, do you
I can't-
notice
It's
much?
hard to breathe.
Really?
It's hard to, and I cough a lot, and it's gross. So and it reduces everything. My life's just gotten this small because it's you.
And the
I found out
treatment.
breathing is important. They told me.
So
this.
there's one person that does it in the U.S., and
There's
you're
two,
going for
actually.
treatment tomorrow
Yeah.
for laser surgery.
And they're going to etch. They're going to scar my
Scars-
esophagus.
Put his name in there.
You know, he's
Dr. Fancy
Fancy.
Spans.
was here.
He's gonna Banksy it and make it some kind of social state.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're doing this tomorrow.
So
Flying
you-
out tomorrow and doing it Tuesday.
Who are you flying?
Americans, the only one
That's
to
the
fly. I
important
know. I took lecture.
What
He's a
airline
teacher for God's sake. He's gotta go cheap.
Let's get
Don't
the
go
important
Delta.
shit.
First of all, I find it weird you didn't call me to ask me to help you book a flight because a lot of people.
Well, actually, a
was
lot
that
of
when you were
airlines
booking
don't go to
flights?
Dayton.
Do you,
That's where
do you
I'm
book
flying.
flights? I'd be happy to call you.
Yeah,
I'm actually flying to Dayton, and that was
There's
the
a lot
only
of
one that
people
went
who go
there.
to Dayton.
yeah. Dayton is
So-
the worst place in the world.
Is it really? I've never been.
I remember like the small milestones of what I consider success versus what is perceived. And when I realized I never have to work Dayton again,
Wow.
That's success?
Okay.
was for me. I would be booked there all the time. They always hated me. It was the worst club. The club called itself Joker's, the home of the ultimate bachelorette party, which is a bachelorette party is a comic's nemesis. It's a bunch of fucking cackling, drunk, stupid women that think you're there to make fun of them specifically. Like it's a roast for them and them alone. And if you want to talk about other things other than them, you're an asshole. And this catered to those people.
Nice. It's a niche market, really.
Well, no, bachelorettes at comedy clubs. That's a big seller.
Yeah, it would be.
Them
It would be. Yeah.
coming to see me when
Everybody
they
thinks
don't
they're
know.
gonna get laid.
And they
Yeah,
don't know
fuck
what
them,
to.
see?
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's going to etch it, and then it's going to when it heals eventually.
Be tighter.
The scarring will stiffen it, so it won't be. My esophagus is very thin, and that's why it moves so much.
What if it got calloused from like lots of cocks
Yeah.
going in and out? You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like Ocho cockles going there.
Ocho cockles.
Like, yeah. We're talking about.
Drummers. You know,
if the surgery doesn't work,
How
no,
about
I
this?
have an option.
I'd be thrilled. I'd be thrilled if I hit the
We can
sides.
shove those in there for you.
Holy shit.
I mean, I could have booked a flight home through you when I was at Andy's house.
I would have definitely. I thought you were gonna take a train.
Oh, I was going to, but I just wanted to get out.
He was going to take a train, but he realized it was not 1800s, so he booked a plane.
I'd rather take a train than a
Ease your bags, Mr. Nelson.
Step 2.
This whole house going crazy. It's a very specific Three Stooges episode I'm referencing.
I hate flying for one reason. All the people who used to ride a bus now fly. Oh, that's not.
Yeah, that joke was relevant when Southwest Airlines was a low price airline. And you're recycling this stuff.
I'm recycling something I didn't even realize I
it's-
stole.
Buses are very cheap now, and flying
Depends
is
on if you're
very
going with.
expensive. So
Depends on if you're going with the immigrants. I don't know.
That's
So
wrong.
maybe
is that?
if you're going with the immigrants, it may be. You know.
Oh, those buses.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
buses. Yeah.
We had a kid, our friend John Nard, his son. He was the comedian that was the mayor of Reykjavik.
Oh yeah. You went there.
Yeah, he ran a joke campaign and got elected.
Yeah, it's like
So he had a big-
Zelensky.
His son came over, and I think from Washington D.C., somewhere East Coast, decided that would be the way to see America. As he took Greyhound here, and
Oh,
I thought it was bad.
wow.
Like 1980s.
Does he not have friends that could tell him,
He said
don't do
prison-
that?
Like police dogs would come on, and like sniff everyone's luggage and make them fucking get like pat down kind of shit, like prison fucking stuff.
Yeah.
And he still thought it was amusing.
Oh, this is the real America.
Yeah.
I was 19. I'd probably laugh at that goofy shit.
Yeah.
I got shaken down by a plainclothes German policeman on a train going to Amsterdam one time in '84, but it was going to Amsterdam. I was just laughing the whole time.
Well, after the mushrooms, it was hard not to.
No, I was going to Amsterdam. Not
Ah, okay.
Hail Mary! Hail! It might be a fail Mary.
Oh!
Oh my God! What a play! What a play!
That
Wow.
was great.
Okay, bye-bye now.
I want to see that again.
20-17 final. Browns beat the Bears.
Yay!
Did you
Now
beat
that's-
your spread, Doug?
Got it. You got it.
Push?
Go Bush! Yeah, that's a real achievement right
Okay.
there.
Tie.
Tie.
Wow.
Yeah, all right. No lose is a win. He shouldn't have done that. Should
That
have
was
let go.
fucking fantastic.
That was me. That was
That was a touchdown.
That was so cool.
But who was there a chance for Chicago to go up and win it?
Chicago won.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no reason not to close on that.
Call it and we'll pee. Yeah.
Yeah, let's all piss.